Peace and love. Shabbat shalom. We'll be reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 27 to chapter 30. Bear with me as I try to get through this, y'all willing. The book of Exodus, chapter 27, verse 1. And you shall make a slaughter place of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The slaughter place is square, and its height 3 cubits. Verse 2. And you shall make its horns on its four corners. Its horns are of the same, and shall overlay it with bronze. Verse 3. And you shall make its pots to receive its ashes, and its shovels, and its basins, and its forks, and its fire holders. Make all its utensils of bronze. Verse 4. And you should make a grating for it, a bronze network, and shall make on the network 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. Verse 5. And shall make it under the rim of the slaughter place beneath, so that the network is halfway up the slaughter place. Verse 6. And you shall make poles for the slaughter place, poles of acacia wood, and overlay, and shall overlay them with bronze. Verse 7. And the poles shall be put in the rings, and the poles shall be on the 2 sides of the slaughter place for lifting it. Verse 8. Make it hollow with boards, as it was shown to you on the mountain, so they are to make it, as it was shown to him. So, was this shown to Moses already? As it was shown to you on the mountain. As it was shown to you on the mountain. So, was this shown to was this shown to Moses already, like in a vision, while he was on a mountain with the Most High? As it was shown to you on the mountain. So they are to make it. Verse 9. And you should make the courtyard of the dwelling place for the south side screens for the courtyard made of fine woven linen, 100 cubits long for one side. Verse 10. And its 20 columns and their 20 sockets of bronze, the hooks of the column and their bands of silver. Verse 11. And so for the north side in length screens 100 cubits long, with its 20 columns and their 20 sockets of bronze, and the hooks of the columns and their bands of silver. Verse 12. In the width of the courtyard on the west side screens of 50 cubits, with their 10 columns and their 10 sockets. Verse 13. In the width of the courtyard on the east side 50 cubits. Verse 14. And the screens on one side of the gate 15 cubits, with their 3 columns and their 3 sockets. Verse 15. And on the other side screens of 15 cubits, with their 3 columns and their 3 sockets. Verse 16. And for the gate of the courtyard a covering 20 cubits long of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine woven linen, made by a weaver, 4 columns and 4 sockets. Verse 17. All the columns around the courtyard have bands of silver, their hooks silver, and their sockets bronze. Verse 18. The length of the courtyard is 100 cubits, and the width 50 by 50, and the height 5 cubits, woven of fine linen thread, and its sockets of bronze. Verse 19. All the utensils of the dwelling place for all its service, all its pegs, and all the pegs of the courtyard are bronze. Verse 20. And you are to command the children of Israel to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for the light, to cause the lamp to burn continually. So this is olive oil used to burn. Clear oil of pressed olives for a light, to cause the lamp to burn continually. Verse 21, in the tent of the appointment outside the veil, which is before the witness, Aaron and his sons are to tend it from evening until morning before Yahuwah, a law forever to their generations from the children of Yisrael. Evening until morning. Evening until morning. Chapter 28, verse 1. And you bring near Aaron your brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel for serving as priests to me. Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Alazar, Ithamar, the sons of Aaron. Verse 2, and you shall make the set apart garment for Aaron your brother, for esteem and for comeliness. For esteem and for comeliness. Verse 3, and you speak to all the wise of heart, whom I have filled with a spirit of wisdom. Filled with the spirit of wisdom. Filled with the spirit of wisdom. This is what he filled them with. And they shall make the garments of Aaron to set him apart, for him to serve as priest to me. To set him apart. Make the garments of Aaron to set him apart. Verse 4, and these are the garments which they make: a breastplate, a shoulder garment, a robe, an embroidered long shirt, a turban, and a girdle. And they shall make set apart garments for Aaron your brother and his sons, for him to serve as priests to me. So this is the garments of the Cohen: the breastplate, the shoulder garments, a robe, an embroidered long shirt, a turban, and a girdle. So this is the priest attire. Verse 5, and they shall take the gold and the blue and the purple and the scarlet material and the fine linen. Verse 6, and shall make the shoulder garment of the gold, of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine woven linen, the work of a skilled workman. So gold, blue, purple, scarlet, and linen. Gold, blue, and purple. Verse 7, it is to have two shoulder pieces joined at its two edges, and so it is joined together. Verse 8, and the embroidered band of the shoulder garment which is on it is of the same workmanship, made of gold, of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine woven linen. Verse 9, and you shall make two shoham stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Yisrael. Two shoham stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Yisrael. Verse 10, six of their names on one stone, and the remaining six names on the other stone. Six of their names on one stone, six of the remaining names on the other stone according to their birth. Verse 11, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of signets. Engrave the two stones with the names of the sons of Yisrael. Set them in the settings of gold. Verse 12, and you shall put the two stones on the shoulder pieces of the shoulder garments as stones. So they go on the shoulder pieces of the shoulder garment as stones of remembrance for the sons of Yisrael. And Aaron shall bear their names before Yahuwah on his two shoulders for a remembrance. A representing, you know, this is the attire of the priest to bear the names of the sons of Yisrael before the Most High. Verse 13, and you shall make settings of gold, verse 14, and two chains of clean gold like braided cords, and fasten the braided chains to the settings. Verse 15, and you shall make a breastplate of right ruling, a work of a skilled workman, like the work of the shoulder garment. Make it of gold, of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine woven linen. Verse 16, it is square, doubled, a span its length and a span its width. Verse 17, and you shall put settings of stones in it, 4 rows of stones. The first row is a ruby, a topaz, and an emerald. A ruby, a topaz, and an emerald. Verse 18, and the second row is a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond. How beautiful. Verse 19, and the third row is a jacinth and a gate and a amethyst. Verse 20, and the fourth row is a beryl and a shoham and a jasper. They are the set in gold settings. Verse 21, and the stones are according to the names of the sons of Yisrael, 12 according to to their names. Like the engraving of a signet, each one with its own name for the 12 tribes. Verse 22, and you shall make braided chains of cord work for the breastplate at the end of clean gold. Verse 23, and you shall make 2 rings of gold for the breastplate and shall put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. Verse 24, and you shall put the 2 cords of the gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. Verse 25, and the other 2 ends of the 2 cords you fasten to the 2 settings and put them on the shoulder pieces of the shoulder garment in the front. Verse 26, and you shall make 2 rings of gold and shall put them on 2 sides, and put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate on the edge of it, which is on the inner side of the shoulder garments. Verse Verse 27. And you shall make 2 rings of gold and put them on the 2 shoulder pieces underneath the shoulder garment on the front of it, close to the seam above the embroidered band of the shoulder garments. Verse 28. And they bind the breastplate by means of its rings to the rings of the shoulder garment using a blue cord so that it is above the embroidered band of the shoulder garment, so that the breastplate does not come loose from the shoulder garment. Verse 29. And Aaron shall bear the names of the sons of Israel on the breastplate of the right ruling over his heart when he goes into the set apart place for a remembrance before Yahuwah, before Yahuwah continually. Verse 30. And into the breastplate of right ruling you shall put the Urim and the Tamim, and they shall be on the heart of Aaron when he goes in before Yahuwah. And Aaron shall bear the right ruling of the children of Israel on his heart before Yahuwah continually. Verse 31. And you shall make the robe of the shoulder garment all of blue. Verse 32. And the opening of his head shall be in the middle of it, a woven binding all around its opening, like the opening in a skull armor, so that it does not tear. Verse 33. And on its hem you should make pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet material all around its hem, and bells of gold between them all around. Verse 34. A golden bell and a golden bell and a pomegranate on the hem of the robe all around. Verse 35. And this shall be upon Aaron to attend in, and its sound shall be heard when he goes into the set apart place before Yahuwah, and when he comes out, so that he does not be unalive, so that he does not die. So this is for him to be heard, the bells. And verse 36. And you shall make a place of clean gold and engrave on it like the engraving of a signet, set apartness to Yahuwah. Set apartness to Yahuwah. That should be engraved on it. Verse 37. And you shall put it on a blue cord, and it shall be on the turban. It is to be on the front of the turban. Verse 38. And it shall be on the forehead of Aaron, and Aaron shall bear the guilt of the set apart gifts which the children of Israel set apart in all their set apart gifts. And it shall always be on his forehead for acceptance, for them before Yahweh. And you shall weave the long shirt of fine linen, and shall make the turban of fine linen, and you shall make the girdle of woven work. Verse 40, and make long shirts for Aaron's sons, and you shall make girdles for them. And you shall make turbans for them for esteem and comeliness. Verse 41, and you shall put them on Aaron, your brother, and on his sons with them, and shall anoint them, and shall adorn them, and shall set them apart, and they shall serve as priests to me. Verse 42, and make linen trousers for them to cover their nakedness, reaching from the waist to the thighs, reaching from the waist to the thighs. These are this is the scriptures. From the waist to the thighs. Notice it say from the waist to the thighs and not the waist to the ankles. That's interesting. These are trousers, linen trousers. Verse 43, and they shall be on Aaron and on his sons when they come into the tent of the appointment, or when they come near the slaughter place to attend in the set apart place, so that they do not bear crookedness and die, a law forever to him and to his seed after him, and to his seed after him. A law forever to him and to his seed after him. Notice they say to him and his seed after him. So this is just not anybody. Like this is just can't be anybody. You know what I mean? This is the book of Exodus, chapter. We just finished chapter 28. Now we're about to open up chapter 29. Book of Exodus, chapter 29, verse 1. And this is the task you shall do to them, to set them apart to serve me as priests. Take one young bull and two rams, perfect ones. Verse 2, and unleavened bread and unleavened cake mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil. Make these of wheat flour. Verse 3, and you shall put them in one basket and bring them in the basket along with the bull and the two rams. Verse 4, then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the door of the tent of appointment and wash them with water. Verse 4, and you shall take the garments and shall put on Aaron the long shirt and the robe of the shoulder garment and the shoulder garment and the breastplate, and shall gird him with the embroidered band of the shoulder garment. Verse 6, and shall put the turban on his head, and shall put the set apart sign of dedication of the turban. I'm sorry, on the turban. The set apart sign of dedication on the turban. And shall take the anointing oil and pour it on his head and anoint him. Verse 8. And then you shall bring his sons and put long shirts on them. Verse 9. And shall gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the turbans on them, and the priesthood shall be theirs for an everlasting law. And the priesthood should be theirs for an everlasting law. So you shall adorn Aaron and his sons. Verse 10. And you shall bring near the bull before the tent of appointment, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the bull. Verse 11. And you shall slay the bull before Yahuwah by the door of the tent of the appointment. Verse 12. And take some of the blood of the bull and put it on the horns of the slaughter place with your finger, and pour all the blood beside the base of the slaughter place. Verse 13, and you shall take all the fat that covers the entrails and the appendage on the liver and the two kidneys and the fat that is on them and burn them on the slaughter place. 14 verse 14, but the flesh of the bull and its skin and its dung you shall burn with fire outside the camp. It is a sin offering. Verse 15, and take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. Verse 16, and you shall slay the ram, and you shall take its blood and sprinkle it all around on the slaughter place. Verse 17, and cut the ram in pieces, and wash its entrails and its legs, and place them upon its pieces and on its head. Verse 18, and you shall burn the entire ram on the slaughter place. It is an ascending offering to Yahuwah. It is a sweet fragrance and an offering made by fire to Yahuwah. Verse 19, you shall take the second ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. And verse 20, verse 20, and you shall slay the ram and take some of its blood and put it on the tip of the right ear of Aaron, on the tip of the right ear of his sons, on the thumb of their right hand, and on the big toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood all around on the slaughter place. Verse 21, and you shall take some of the blood that is on the slaughter place and some of the anointed oil and sprinkle it on Aaron and on his garments, on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him, and he and his garments shall be set apart, and his sons and the garments of his sons with him. Notice this is Moshe, this is Moses carrying this out. He's like doing this to them. He's being told to do this to you know perform these you know preparations on Aaron and his sons. Like Moses is appointed to do this. Verse 22, and you shall take the fat of the rams. You should take the fat of the ram and the fat tail and the fat that covers the entrails and the appendage on the liver and the two kidneys and the fat on them and the right thigh. It is for a ram of ordination. Verse 23, and one loaf of bread and one cake made with oil and one thin cake from the basket of the unleavened bread that is before Yahuwah. Verse 24, and you shall put all these in the hands of Aaron and in the hands of his sons, and you shall wave them a wave offering before Yahuwah. A wave offering. Like handful of all of this that I just that I just read. Verse 25, then you shall take them from the hands and burn them on the slaughter place as an ascending offering, as a sweet fragrance before Yahuwah. It is an offering made by the fire to Yahuwah. Verse 26, and you shall take the breast of the ram of Aaron's ordination and wave it a wave offering before Yahuwah, and it shall be your portion. Verse 27, from the ram of ordination you shall set apart the breast of the wave offering which is waved, and the thigh of the contribution which is raised of that which is for Aaron and of that which is for his sons. Verse 28. And this shall be from the children of Israel for Aaron and his sons by a law forever, for it is a contribution, and it is a contribution from the children of Israel from the slaughters of their peace offerings, their contribution to Yahweh. Verse 29. And the set apart garments of Aaron are for his sons after him to be anointed in them and to be adorned in them. And the set apart garments of Aaron are for his sons after him to be anointed in them and to be ordained in them. So this attire was passed down. These were hand-me-down in a good way. Verse 30, the priest from his sons in his place puts them on for 7 days when he enters the tent of appointment to attend in the set apart place. Verse 31, and take the ram of the ordination and cook its flesh in a set apart place. Verse 32, and Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket by the door of the tent of appointment. So what was this that they had to eat? This was the fat, the tail. This was the fat of the ram, the fat tail, the fat that covers the entrails, the appendage of on the liver, two kidneys. I don't know if they have to eat that. Maybe just the flesh. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, just the flesh of the ram, and bread that is in the basket by Aaron by the door of the tent of appointment. Verse 33, and they shall eat those offerings with which the atonement was made to ordain them to set them apart. So this was for them to be set apart. But let the stranger, but let a stranger not eat them, because they are set apart. But let a stranger not eat them because they are set apart. Verse 34, and if any of the flesh of the ordination offerings or of the bread be left over until the morning, then you shall burn up what is left over. It is not eaten because it is set apart. Verse 35, and you shall do to Aaron and his sons according to all I have commanded you. 7 days you shall adorn them. Verse 36, and prepare a bull each day as a sin offering for atonement. And you shall cleanse the slaughter place when you make atonement for it, and you shall anoint it to set it apart. Verse 37, and 7 days you shall make atonement for the slaughter place, and it shall and set it apart, and the slaughter place shall be most set apart. Whatever touches this slaughter place is to be set apart. Verse 38, and this is what you prepare on the slaughter place: 2 lambs a year old daily continually. Verse 39, prepare the one lamb in the morning, and the other lamb you prepare between the evenings. Verse 40, and 1/10 of an ephah of flour mixed with 1/4 of a hin of pressed oil and 1/4 of a hin of wine as a drink offering with the one lamb. Verse 41. And prepare the other lamb between the evening, and with it prepare the grain offering and the drink offering as in the morning for a sweet fragrance, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Verse 42. A continuous sending offering for your generation at the door of the tent of appointment before Yahweh, where I shall meet with you to speak with you. Verse 43. And there I shall meet with you. I'm sorry. And there I shall meet with the children of Israel, and it shall be set apart by esteem. Verse 44. And I shall set apart the tent of appointment and slaughter place, and Aaron and his sons I set apart to serve as priests to me. Verse 45. And I shall dwell in the midst of the children of Israel, and shall be their Elohim. Verse 46. And they shall know that I am Yahuwah, the Elohim, who brought them up out of the land of Mizraim to dwell in their midst. I am Yahuwah, their Elohim. Chapter 30, verse 1. And you shall make a slaughter place to burn incense on. Make it of acacia wood. Verse 2. A cubit long and a cubit wide. It is a square and 2 cubits high, its horns of the same. Verse 3. And you shall overlay its top and its sides all around, and its horns with clean gold, and you shall make for it a molding of gold all around. Verse 4. And make 2 gold rings for it under the molding on both its sides. Make them on its 2 sides, and they shall be holders for the pole to lift it with. Verse 5. And you shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Verse 6. And you shall put it before the veil that is before the ark of the witness, before the lid of atonement that is over the witness where I am to meet with you. Verse 7. And Aaron shall burn on it sweet incense morning by morning as he attend the lamp, he shall burn incense on it. Verse 8. And when Aaron lights the lamps between the evening, he shall burn incense on it, a continual incense before Yahuwah throughout your generation. Verse 9. Do not offer strange incense on it, or an ascending offering, or a grain offering, and do not pour a drink offering on it. Verse 10. And Aaron shall make atonement upon its horns once a year with the blood of the sin offering of atonement. Once a year he makes atonement upon it throughout your generation. It is most set apart to Yahuwah. Verse 11. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, verse 12, when you take the census of the children of Israel to register them, then each one shall give an atonement for his life to Yahuwah when you register them, so that there is no plague among them when they register them. Verse 13. Everyone among those who are registered is to give this half a shekel according to the shekel of the set apart place. 20, 20 gerads being a shekel. The half shekel is the contribution to Yahuwah. Verse 14, everyone passing over to be registered from 20 years old and above gives a contribution to Yahuwah. Verse 15, the rich does not give more and the poor does not give less than half a shekel. When you give a contribution to Yahuwah to make atonement for yourselves. Verse 16, you shall take the silver for the atonement from the children of Israel and give it for the service of the tent of appointment. And it shall be the children of Israel for a remembrance before Yahuwah to make atonement for yourselves. Verse 17, and Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, and you shall make a basin of bronze with its stand, also of bronze for washing, and you shall put it between the tent of the appointment and the slaughter place, and shall put water in it. Verse 19, and Aaron and his sons shall wash from it their hands and their feet. Verse 20, when they go into the tent of appointment, or when they come near the slaughter place to attend to burn an offering made by fire to Yahuwah, they wash with water, lest they die. Verse 21, and they shall wash their hands and their feet, lest they die, and it shall be a law forever to them, to him and his seeds throughout their generations. A law forever to him, and it shall be a law forever to them, to him and his seed throughout their generation. To him, to them, and his seed. Verse 22, and Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, verse 23, and take for yourself choice spices, 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, and half as much, 250 of sweet smelling cinnamon, and 250 of sweet smelling cane. Verse 24, and 500 of cassia, according to the shekel of the set apart place, and a hin of olive oil. Verse 25, and you shall make from the set apart anointing oil a compound blended, the work of a perfumer. It is a set apart anointing. It's the anointing oil. Verse 26, and with it you should anoint the tent of appointment and the ark of the witness, and the table, all its utensils, and the lampstand and its utensils, and the slaughter place of the incense. And the slaughter place of the ascending offering with all its utensils, and the basin and its stand. Verse 29, and you shall set them apart, and they shall be most set apart. Whatever touches them is to be set apart. Verse 30, and you shall anoint Aaron and his sons and set them apart to serve as priests to me. Verse 31, and speak to the children of Israel, saying, this is a set apart anointing oil to me throughout your generations. Verse 32, it shall not be poured on the flesh. It shall not be poured on the flesh of, of a man, and make no other like it, according to its composition. It is set apart. It is set apart to you. Verse 33, whoever compounds any like it, or whoever puts any of it on a stranger shall be cut off from his people. Verse 34, and Yahuwah said to Moshe, take sweet spices, fragrant gum, and cinnamon, and gabanam, and clear frankincense with these sweet spices, all in equal amounts. Then you shall make of these an incense, a compound work of a perfumer, salted, clean, and set apart. And you shall beat some of it very fine, and put some of it before the witness in the tent of the appointment where I meet with you. It is most set apart to you. And the incense which you make, do not make any for yourselves according to its composition. It is set apart to you from Yahuwah. So you can make, so you're not to make any likeness of the ingredients for these incense. And you're not to make any likeness of the ingredients of the perfume. Like, you're not to make any likeness of it and use it for yourself, or use it to sell it, to give it to a stranger. This is set apart ingredients. This is a set apart recipe, set apart ingredients, not to duplicate it for any other use then other than setting apart, using as a set apart oil. Whoever makes any like it to smell it, he shall be cut off from his people. So you try to make something like it just to to have a good smell, you should be cut off from your folks. And that completes the chapters of Exodus chapter 28 to 30. I'm gonna be getting off a lot, but I'm gonna be getting back on and picking up in the book of uh Jeremiah. So I'm gonna close this live out and I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna come back on reading the book of Jeremiah. But I'm gonna bless us out. If you're not able to, if you're not able to log back in with me, I'm gonna bless us out according to the blessing that was given to Moses to bless the people in the book of Numbers, chapter 23 to 26. Receive your blessing. May Yahuwah bless you. May Yahuwah barak you and guard you. May Yahuwah make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. May Yahuwah lift up his face upon you and give you peace. Shabbat shalom, peace and love, love, peace, Shabbat shalom.